Hey everybody, welcome to the Video Game Show. I'm Sean. So as you guys know, this past week the VGX happened. It was the 10th anniversary of the VGAs, and I gotta say I was very disappointed with it, and I was a little upset by it. A couple things I want to list off. First of all, it was streamed live on Twitch TV. Twitch TV, really good site. I really enjoy it, but this would have gone a lot smoother if it was pre-recorded and posted on to some website that you didn't have to stream it. Or maybe if Twitch you can do that on Twitch. Do that on Twitch. The streaming to me was a little bit clunky. It was buffering quite often, and I missed a lot of announcements on there. I had to re-watch a lot of stuff online after it was the whole show was done with. So there was that aspect of it. I thought that it would have gone a lot smoother if it wasn't a live streamed event. If it was maybe live televised event with maybe a couple second delay, I think that would have been a lot better. Which makes me wonder why it wasn't televised, why it wasn't pre-recorded. What was the number of the viewers in previous years? Did Spike TV decide that it wasn't profitable enough to put back on TV? So that's something I hope they reconsider next year going forward. The other thing that really upset me as a gaming fan, a gamer, a nerd, somebody who would love to work in games, is seeing somebody who's ungrateful and pretty much an asshat in a spot where somebody that deserves to be there is not there. Joel McHale made a mockery of the VGAs, the VGXs. He was condescending. He was highbrow. He was an asshole throughout just about all of it, the whole show. There was only maybe one or two instances where I saw him actually ask a question that was worthwhile and that wasn't him trying to put out a joke. This really upset me seeing this happen, and I don't know how Jeff Keighley felt about this during the whole show, but I kid you not. I mean, I don't know, you guys tell me, but I could have sworn I saw Jeff Keighley look at him and just wondered, like, what the heck is this guy doing? You're messing up this show. He gave me this look on his face when he looked at Joel McHale that it was just like, what? Like, really? Come on. Joel McHale really just kind of, I don't know. I don't understand why he was on there, why they chose him to be on there. If you want to get a comedian to do this, why not get Aisha Tyler? At least she legitimately loves games, and she's not going to be an asshole about it to other people. Joel McHale continually berated guests that were on the show. And I don't know. You guys let me know what you want. I could go off on a tangent and keep on ranting about this. All I want to say, though, to you guys is that I was very upset with how this was portrayed on the stream, and I was very disappointed with what happened. I wish it was different. Now, with that all pushed to the side, let's get some of the positives of the VGXs. With all VGAs, VGX, the Video Game Awards, every year, like I said before, the possibilities of announcements. There were some announcements. There wasn't the Fallout 4 announcement, and Jeff Keighley actually said that during the presentation. But there were some announcements, and there's some pretty cool ones. Some things that caught my eye and I got really excited for. As you guys know, Telltale Games, they did The Walking Dead. That pretty much brought them back into the spotlight, the limelight, and everybody's looking at them. The Walking Dead series, they pretty much just brought him back from the dead. So at the VGAs, the VGX, they announced two more games that they're working on. The TellTaleGames Game of Thrones and TellTaleGames Tales from the Borderlands. There is an actual trailer for the Tales from the Borderlands, and it's really interesting. You get a few things from it if you're looking at it. And then there's the Game of Thrones trailer, which is pretty much just, it's like a helicopter that's holding the camera just was flying through, like something that looks like the setting of the Game of Thrones with birds flying by. Essentially, it wasn't all that amazing aside from the fact that it said it's the Game of Thrones at the end. I am interested in both because Telltale does know how to tell a story. I'm about to play 400 Days so I can get ready for Season 2 that's going to come out this month. And speaking of Season 2, Telltale Games just dropped another trailer. This trailer, it starts off with showing some stuff from the first season, trying to get you in that feeling, that space that you were at when you were playing the first one. And I think it does a pretty good job. And it does a pretty good job of that. It shows you going with Clementine with all the other characters in the first game and kind of moving on towards the second game and showing you a sneak peek of what might happen or what is going to happen. So I like this trailer. I'm very excited for the game, and there's only a couple of weeks left in December, so it's got to be coming out pretty soon. I'm pretty excited about that one. Another thing that they gave us at the VGX was another first look at Titanfall. They showed us 2 new classes of Titans, the Ogre and the Strider. The Ogre is like a tank. It gives out heavy damage and takes a lot of damage. And it's very sturdy, but it's very slow. The Strider class is going to be pretty much the exact opposite. With the Strider class, you're mobile, but your armor's less, and you probably pack less of a punch. But because you're mobile, you can get around things and do different things that all the other Titans can't do. So both of them are really cool. They actually showed a nice little commercial / trailer for the Ogre class. It was really interesting. It was like the company who creates the Titans talking about the Titan, and then went into showing you some of the actual specs of the Titan. I liked it. It's really cool, and check that one out. Some other things announced were the Tomb Raider game that just came out this past year. It's going to be coming out again next year. They're going to be redoing it. It's going to be called the Definitive Edition, and it's going to be releasing for Xbox One and PS4. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to get my hands on it because I haven't played this one yet. But I want to play it. I've been wanting to play it, and now that it's going to be updated, they're doing they're resurfacing everything in the game. The facial, the body, the clothes, the ground, everything's getting a new graphical, layer of paint, so that's being all redone. Some of the other things are being changed as well, because with the more power of the new systems, they could do a lot more things. They've been working hard on this, they said, and it's going to come with a bunch of the DLC, if not all of the DLC, and the game as well. So I'm really excited about this one. It comes out on January 28th. And one of the last things that caught my eye at the VGX was a demonstration of the Snowdrop Engine. The Snowdrop Engine is the engine that is being used in The Division, Tom Clancy The Division. I'm really excited about that game. 2 years ago it was Watch Dogs at E3 that kind of surprised everybody. Last year I think it was The Division, and I'm still really hyped about this game. It looks really cool. I'm really excited about this, and if you watch this, just looking at what the Snowdrop Engine can do, I'm just really, it blew my mind essentially. I was just like in awe the whole time I watched this video. So you guys should go check that out with all the other videos that I'm going to be posting down below from the VGX. This past week, Bungie announced a release date for Destiny. It's going to be coming out September 9th, 2014. I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait for the beta to come out because I'm really wanting to get my hands on this game. Nintendo announced when Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is coming out. That's going to be coming out in February of this next year. February 21st to be exact. So I'm really excited about that one. Another game to bring to the Wii U. I'm really excited to play for that. I want more games like this for my Wii U because I want to put more time into it. And also this past week, Ubisoft announced Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. The first DLC, Freedom Cry, is going to be coming out next Tuesday. Oh my gosh, the game just came out and they're already putting the first DLC out within a month of the game release. That's pretty awesome. I'm really excited about that. I have a little bit left to do to finish up Assassin's Creed 4. I'm trying to 100% this thing, and it's taking me forever. There's a lot of stuff to do out there in the world. And I'm really excited to learn more about Adewale, Edward Kenway's first mate. I'm really excited for this DLC and to see what Adewale came from. Microsoft and Xbox also announced a release date this week for Fable Anniversary. It is the anniversary of the first Fable. Like I said, I talked about this one before. I'm really excited about this one. I never had a chance to play this one because I didn't have the original Xbox. It is going to be coming out on February 14th of next year, so I'm really excited about this, and I can't wait to pick it up. Alright, some news from Bethesda. They announced the release date for The Elder Scrolls Online for PC. PC, it's going to be on 4/14/14, so it's going to be, April 14th, 2014. That's for PC. For Xbox One owners and PS4 owners, it's going to be coming out in June of next year. So I'm excited about this game. I want to pick it up, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to dive right in head first like all the other games that I do that are open world, because the MMO, man, that thing can go on forever. So I'm excited to see how this comes out of the gates, though. I just want to see it. I want to see this succeed. I do. So I'm really excited for this. Happy that they announced the release date. And other Bethesda news that isn't so much Bethesda news, more news from a site that I like to go to. Kotaku says that they have leaked scripts and casting call paperwork that verifies Fallout 4 is in the works. Now, I've been saying this before, that I know that it has to be worked on right now. It has to be being worked on right now. There's too much news and leaks that have been happening over the last 2 years, and on top of that, it's it's been since 2008 since we got a Fallout game by Bethesda. There have been too many leaks, and I don't think that all of them could be false, like purely false. I think there's somewhere in the middle. There's probably that's where the truth lies. But this is really cool. Kotaku found these scripts that mention that have like different scenes in them with a player go visiting the Commonwealth, the Institute, and they have different settings that sound like Fallout type settings. So all of this kind of matches up to things that are from Fallout lore. And it is said that these have been leaked by someone that's actually working on the game. So, I mean, they do have some credence to say this is Fallout 4. But like with everything, like with the Lone Survivor 2299, that being fake, you got to take this with a grain of salt. Until Bethesda announces that Fallout 4 is coming out this day or that day, or here's a trailer or a teaser, you kind of have to take this with a pretty big grain of salt. I'm going to take my grain of salt with this news, but I'm still happy and with high hopes that this is true. So that's it for the video game show this week, guys. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, and inquiries in the comment section. And remember, let's have a great conversation this week. We'll see you next time.